mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane in the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
All right, guys. Fucking idiot. How you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, yeah, I'm taking away the wrenches of all dumb motherfuckers. So anyway, what we have is nope, that isn't it. Where were we? No. Uh-oh. There we go. So this is a dumb fuck just like Sav here. And we're going to have a little chew toy. Have a little fun with this dipshit. Oh, the title to this is Moving Paper with My Mind. Chi Energy. It's hilarious. Hey, Ryan Cooper. Here, they're gonna move this paper with their mind. Oh no. And you got to make your hands do that, or else it doesn't look real. So we're going to show you how it's done. All right, where is it? There we go. See, I got my paper, my little tint. Right, we're going to put it on the pivot. We'll let it settle down. See, that was easy. That was easy when you got a straw off camera blowing air on it. See, this is why these dumb motherfuckers will never do anything good in their life. They are so fucking gullible. Hey, Lindsay. They're so fucking gullible, just like Sovereign Soul here, that they're just useless to society. See, it's easy, all right? You just have a straw off camera. See, I don't even have to use my hands. You can get it going pretty quick, pretty fast, can't you? Fucking dumb motherfuckers. So now, let's see the next one. Yeah, this is the guy right here. Watch this.
Hello, everyone. So
This video is titled "My Personal Testimony Meeting the Anaconda People."
there's a lot of questions about the reptilians that people have.
Hey, Westside, how you doing?
And I just kind of wanted to come on here and discuss my experiences, show some videos, or a video, show some pictures, and just kind of share what I know about the reptilians. And hello. So I'm just going to kind of share my experience, and I figure, I've posted a lot of this stuff, but maybe this will hit new people, so I'm just going to kind of cover it all. The first thing that I want to do is show this video. It's just a 30-second video. Let me get my camera to turn around. So this is what it looks like. With their eyelids.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, someone did something with AI or Photoshop or After Effects, and this dumb motherfucker fell for it.
Alright, so that is, let me pause the video. That is what
Yeah, it's kind of a cool video, but it's completely fake.
I've been able to see in my experience by meeting them. So where I was at, I was in San Diego,
Yeah, every flat earther will say this is real, but yeah, the Artemis isn't.
California at the time.
That's how fucking stupid they are.
This was about 15 months ago when I met my first reptilian, and we were at the bar, and that's the only place I've really been able to have good conversations with them because, you know, like what I've come to realize is species typically hang out with other species, and, you know, like birds hang out with the birds.
Then you're a reptilian too? You were hanging out in the bar with them.
And, you know, things like that. So I ended up finding a reptilian, and I ended up asking him at a bar, and we went outside the bar.
Gay pride space.
The bar closed, and we were sitting there talking, and I was like, there was just something a little different about his eyes. Like, I'm a very observant person, and I noticed this, and I had already been known about the reptilians for a while, but I never met one. So I asked him, and I go to him, I was like, can you do that, your eyelids for me? And he closed his eyes like this and then opened them, and
Yeah, he met a lot lizard. Yeah.
he had the reptilian slits just like the video there.
Hmm.
And I was like, just kind of blown away by it, you know. And we were gonna go talk.
See, this is just a nobody, a dumb motherfucker, a complete nobody who wants to be special, but he won't ever be special because he's too gullible, too ignorant to be special.
And something ended up happening where we couldn't end up talking
He wants to be unique, just like everybody else.
because there was people following me, and they didn't really care about that. And so they decided that they wanted to dip out and go do their own thing. Well, I never met that guy again that showed me his eyes. And then, you know, so then I started manifesting it even more. I started thinking about it, talking about my experience, things like that. And then someone sent me this video, and that's where I got the video. I didn't record that video, but that's exactly what I saw. And, you know, so I've just, over the last 15 months, I've compounded all this information about the reptilians and who they are and, you know, kind of what's going on. You know, so let me tell you about my second experience with the reptilians. I was some ducks.
Oh, by the way, just because I like proving him wrong, this isn't water, but it is coffee. It's made mostly of water. Watch. See, I can chew water, but Seesaw, you'd have to gum it.
Just flew by. Mallard ducks. Anyway, I was picking some stuff up from the police station, and the front counter police officer, I looked at him and I was like, oh man, he's got those same eyes. And so we handled the business that I had to take care of, and I went outside and sat
Hey, Cygnus.
in my car, and I sat there and contemplated for like 10 minutes. Just, I should go back in and ask this guy if he's a reptilian. You know, I was sober at the time, so I had to muster up.
Oh, you were sober at the time. That's scary.
up any courage that I
I'd hate to see him when he's drunk.
could gather, and I decided to go back in there, and I asked
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
this police officer if he was a reptilian, and he got kind of aggressive a little bit towards me, and let me think of what he did. He looked me right in the eye.
I mean, that's a good way to get registered as 5150. Danger to self or others.
And he's like, people normally don't like to look me in the eye. And, I don't remember exactly how the conversation went, but something that wired in my brain was this officer said that he said in this angry voice, he's like, I've been stuck on this fucking planet for 27 years. And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I bet a cop told you that. I bet a police officer told him I've been stuck on this planet. Hey, George, how you doing?
And so it made me wonder, like, well, did you come from another planet? He didn't really want to talk, and he was kind of trying to shove me out the door. I was trying to get videos and stuff. He's like, you can't record in here. And I was like, I ended up just leaving because I didn't want to make waves.
I mean, how pathetic do you have to be to fucking lie this much for attention? Seriously.
But it really got me thinking even more. And, so I like to travel a lot, and I started noticing the reptilians. I noticed them in Southern California, and then in 2021, I went to Minnesota, and I seen some in Minnesota. I also went recently to Arizona and Phoenix. There was one that was, the one in Minnesota was a bartender in the airport, and the one in Arizona was working for the airlines and kind of just like directing people where to go for that airline, which line to stand in or whatever. And, ever since then, I've just been seeing more and more of these reptilians and just kind of getting more courage to talk to them. And, because secrets grow in the dark and they die in the light. So we need to talk about this, and we need to expose it so we can understand it, so we can progress our consciousness, so we can understand what's really going on this planet. And so let me, so I ended up
Jesus
meeting,
Christ.
There's this bar that I've gone to a few times here in Sacramento. I moved up to Sacramento like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I've noticed them at this,
Exactly,
the
Cygnus.
reptilians at this bar. And, kind of the weird thing is as I've done some investigation, like, it's really, my mind has had to rewire, because, like, when I think of a person, I've always thought of a human, like a human being as a person. And as I look up the definition of what a person is, like, it gives room, and like these reptilians, they call themselves people. And it was just kind of, it's just kind of weird and inside my head to kind of wrap my brain around this, even though we can't. And I asked them, we can't breed together, so we are different species. Like, you can't breed a cat and a dog together because genetically it doesn't work out, okay, for whatever reason. And so you can't breed humans and reptilians. And so it started making me think a lot. I've really thought in depth about this a long time. And, like, I don't know, maybe obsessively. It's just
He's thought about this for a long time.
interests me. I've always been interested in ETs my whole life, looking through telescopes with my dad growing up, the whole 9 yards. And for me to meet these beings, it's just been profound. It's taken my consciousness to a whole new level. Even though I believed in other beings besides human beings my whole life, like, just meeting them, it still created a cognitive dissonance inside of my consciousness. Like, I had to wrap my brain around that one. Like, wow, even though I believed, seeing is just different. So on Friday night I went to the bar, and I noticed some reptilians there.
Notice all of his encounters are like at bars. There was a guy at a bar at the airport, guy at another bar, guy in another bar. Okay.
And I was able to
And he's got bloodshot, glassy eyes right now.
meet a female reptilian. All the other reptilians before were male reptilians, and now my eyes are starting to waken even more. And as I'm standing in this bar, I'm realizing, wow,
No chicks will fuck me. Is that what you were realizing?
30. There's
Hey, Moxie.
30 people. I'm just sitting in the only person around, and there's just a bunch of reptilians around. And if you didn't realize, you'd think that they're all humans, and you'd think that because it's just it's like we're the same. Besides, they have this extra eyelid, and at first I was very quiet, just kind of observing them, knowing that I knew that they were reptilians, and so I would just observe them. And I noticed, like, right here inside of because their eyelid tucks up in here, and so like their eyeball is set back a little bit into their.
So do you think that a lizard has normal eyes like human eyes, except when they blink their inner eyelid, it turns into a lizard eye? That's not how fucking biology works, dipshit. It's not how anything works. They don't have human eye and then they blink and it's a fucking reptilian eye. Yeah, I think Begonia's a documentary, absolutely.
Eye, and you can kind of see it in the video.
He'd be one of the fuckers in the goddamn holding her hostage.
I'll just go ahead and show you exactly what I'm talking about.
This motherfucker is was it John Busey, Gary Busey's son in Signal? The guy that blows up the whole fucking thing because he's convinced that they're gonna try and kill God or some shit. That's him. What is Gary Busey's son's name? Blonde kid.
So let me turn this camera around. So like right here, there's this extra white part that you can see. And that is, they also have that, and I didn't observe that until Friday night, when I was able just to sit there and talk and play pool and hang out and just, socialize. And I started noticing more about their eyes. And so another thing about their eyes, like some of the ways that you can tell is
They have two of them?
these reptilians, they have like a not all of them. I mean, there's a lot of different breeds of reptilians and a lot of different.
Yeah. What if they're a gecko? Geckos don't have eyelids, and their eyes aren't slitted like that.
Species of
Hey, Tusk.
consciousness that's out there. And so these reptilians that I'm talking about, they refer to themselves as anacondas. And these beings, they have like this, their pupils are, what I observe and how I can tell is that their pupils are bigger, and their pupils have these straight lines on them. Their pupils almost look like hexagon. Where like in an environment where it's kind of bright out, like.
So that the person in the video, the lizard people in the video, didn't have hexagonal eyes. Those were round pupils. What the fuck are you talking about?
My pupils are, they're not dilated at all, and they're round. And if there.
So anacondas don't have eyelids. Anacondas don't have eyelids. Here, let's ask. Do anacondas have eyelids? No, anacondas don't have eyelids, nor do they blink. Like all snakes, they have a transparent fixed scale called a spectacle or brill that covers and protects their eyes. This protective immobile layer acts as a permanent shield, allowing them to sleep with their eyes open. So how could they be anacondas if anacondas don't blink, motherfucker? You dumb fuck.
There's a reptilian, their pupils are just a little bigger, and it's just...
So people's pupils don't change size like in a dark bar? They don't get bigger in a dark bar? Holy shit, this guy's dumb.
That's the only way I've been able to tell is by their pupil. And
Oh, they gave go for launch. Fuck yes. Was it less than 4 hours, right? Is it 6 or 6:30?
I don't know, it's just one of those things that you have to learn to see, you know. So I also have some pictures here that I wanted to share. I hope you guys can hear me. I also have some pictures. You know, I tried to just start a live video and then they wouldn't let me go on, and then I restarted my phone and then they let me on. So, you know, last time I talked about doing a live video, they banned me for 60 days on Facebook for even contemplating doing this type of stuff, because, you know, this is complete exposure. This is...
Facebook banned him for talking about lizard people. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You're a fucking liar. Facebook doesn't ban people for talking about lizard people. Hey, Bob Nodell's gyroscope.
This is disclosure. You know what I'm saying? Like, these beings live among us, and
chances are he was giving out legal disinformation, or talking about 9/11, or talking about COVID, or some, you know, medical misinformation. But no, Facebook doesn't ban you for talking about lizard people.
You know, it all ties into the Bible. And
Jesus.
So let me show you some of these.
So where in the Bible does it talk about lizard people? Oh, Satan was a lizard people. Ah, now I get it. Now I get it. That's why he could talk. Because he was a lizard people.
Pictures that, this is all my own pictures that I've either, you know, just screenshot on my phone, or taken off a TV, just pictures right off a TV, and zoom in on their pupils and you can see that.
Yeah, I was watching The Challenger late at night in a bar, and these guys said, man, this thing blows up. But I said, no, it won't. It won't blow up. I'll bet you money. They played it. It went on, and sure enough, it blew up. And the guy said, you didn't see this earlier? I said, yeah, but I didn't think they'd do it again.
You can see how they look. And so, you know, there's a lot of politicians and there's a lot of Hollywood that are these reptilians that I'm talking about. Now, I'm not sure if they're considered the anacondas, or, you know, I don't know where the dividing factor of shapeshifters comes into play versus these anacondas that I've met. But let me show you some of the pictures of the politicians and famous Hollywood stars that are reptilian. So this guy, we all know who this guy is. That's Biden. You zoom in on his pupil. This one's obvious. You can see the slit. Okay. There, let me see. So this one right here, how I was talking about, like, their pupils are a little, it's much darker. So they get this darker tint like this. This is not just because he's closing his eyes.
You mean a shadow? See, that's a shadow, dumb fuck. See, when light can't reflect off something, it doesn't reflect any light back, and you get a shadow.
This is, his pupil is bigger, and it creates more darkness because the pupil is black.
No, his pupil, if you look at it, his pupil is the same size as normal people's. See? There you go. There's his pupil right there.
Pupil is black.
And guess what political party he belongs to?
Anyway, let me flip the camera around, get to some more pictures here. Okay, This
He
guy,
is.
we all know who he is. That's
He is a dumb motherfucker, isn't he?
Pence. You know, look at the pupil.
Yeah, round pupils.
You see the gap of the iris. The iris is the colored part, and the pupil is the black part. Okay.
Yep, there's no gap there.
The gap between the pupil and the iris is not uniform.
No, it's because his eyelid is covering up most of the top part of his iris. You stupid fuck.
And
You know, when people naturally look at you, their eyelids aren't, their iris isn't in the direct center of their fucking eye, right? The eyelid covers up part of it. Are you this fucking dumb, dude?
that's one way to be able
Don't answer that.
to tell. Okay. So this one I drew on. Okay. So we know this guy. This is some of the Hollywood stuff. This guy's
Yeah, and his pupil is centered in his iris, just like normal people.
a reptilian. If you could see his pupil, you'd see how it has those straight edges right there. This is a straight edge right there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you've got a very, very, very low resolution photograph. And you're going to have some artifacts like that. Are you saying part of his pupil, part of his iris is missing here? Look how it blends right in. What a stupid fuck this guy is.
There and right there's a straight edge. And I've noticed that they like to try to use the camera manipulation to try to hide their pupils sometimes. So this person
Jesus
right here
fucking
drove
Christ.
President Clinton around. This is a TV one.
Man, this guy is gullible as fuck, isn't he?
A picture that I just took right off the TV. So notice his pupils. They're just human pupils are round, and that's the only way to be able to tell. This person here, this is another TV one, and they travel in packs. I mean, they because species hang out with species, so reptilians hang out with reptilians. You know, it's that's what I've noticed so far. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't hang out with humans or humans don't hang out with reptilians and don't know about it, but I can guarantee you these reptilians, they all know that they're reptilian. When I ask them, are you a reptilian? They say, I am a reptilian. It's just like asking you.
Oh my God.
Are you a human? You'd be like, yeah, I'm a human. And so there is no hesitation or pausing. They're not going to lie about who they are because it's just natural for them to say, yeah, I'm a reptilian. You know, just like it's natural for anyone to say that they're a human, or a dog to say they're a dog, or whatever. So
Yes, if you ask a dog if they're a dog, they're going to say, yes, I'm a dog. Hey, Dan. What's up, man? Holy shit. So you met anacondas that blink and that have eyelids and dogs talk.
you know, so
Well, I mean, he thinks snakes and donkeys talk too, so.
it got me thinking a lot about, and I've been really diving deep in the Bible,
All right, thanks, Orion Cooper. Thanks for coming.
and I'm going to bring it biblical just because I'm going to tie it all together. What my intuition, this is all just my theories, and I have very little evidence for this outside, besides just the contemplations, the synchronicities within inside of myself, the synchronicities with the Bible. The Bible, in the very beginning, it talks about the reptilian, the serpent, okay? The serpent manipulated Eve. And what is a serpent? A serpent is reptilians, okay? A serpent is a snake, which is a reptilian. And so these reptilians...
No, a serpent is a reptile. Is a reptile, not a reptilian.
What I believe is these reptilians were here on this planet, and God created humans and put them on this planet to teach unity, to get these beings off of sacrificing and doing sacrificial rituals, pedophiles eating blood and drinking adrenochrome and like that whole 9 yards of
Yeah,
for all that.
That doesn't happen, dumb fuck. That doesn't happen, stupid. The fuck are you talking about? Bet this guy watched Monsters Inc. and thought it was an epic documentary.
Comes from, you know, that why they steal 1 million kids every single year worldwide. 1 million, you know. And you can look up the evidence, you can look up the statistics on that, it'll show you. And so, you know, I'm realizing that, you know, it's all very deep, and it's, you know, it's, sometimes I don't know what to say, and it's just a lot to really contemplate, and, you know, it's a lot to wrap the brain around, you know, from everything we've been taught. And, you know, there's just this big lie that's behind the scenes, you know. They're just out there lying and manipulating. And
while precise global statistics are difficult to track due to inconsistent reporting, it is estimated that roughly 22,000 children are reported missing each day worldwide. The estimate equates to roughly 8 million children reported missing annually, though tracking varies significantly by country. So what the fuck are you talking about?
trying to keep control.
See, I did look it up, motherfucker. And you're wrong. So, see, that's why they say, yo, you can do the research yourself. Because they haven't. He's not done any research on this at all, except go on fucking TikTok conspiracy pages where people have fucking photoshopped pictures of celebrities they don't like to make them look like reptiles. You're a gullible fuck, man.
To keep their agenda of divide and conquer. And, you know, when we come together and we share knowledge together, you know, it shines light on the information. So please hit this share button.
When we share knowledge, you're not sharing any knowledge
On here and get this exposed. You know, it's reality. And, you know, I think, you know, it's time.
Oh, it's reality.
Disclosure. It's time to disclose.
No, it's not reality. Lizard people don't exist, dumb fuck. The story of Adam and Eve was a fucking lie. Anacondas don't have eyelids and they can't blink.
All the darkness that's been on this planet for who knows how long, you know? People have been arguing about it for a long time, and we just need to get to an end to this, you know? I spend my life...
Okay. There you go. We're at the end of that. This one is Minneapolis police park illegally. Got him to move. Power back to the people.
Doesn't matter. What's your name and badge number?
Let's start from the very beginning.
Doesn't matter. What's your name and badge number? For the record, 402.
For what record? What record? Hey,
4102.
hey, Stanley.
Can you move your truck now? It's parked illegally.
No, it's not. Police don't park illegally. They park where they want to do their job. As long as he's wearing that fucking uniform, he's doing his job.
This is not an emergency. You have to park in a legitimate parking spot.
No, he doesn't. Are police officers allowed to park in no parking zones while doing their job? Yes, police officers are generally allowed to park in no parking zones while conducting official duties, particularly during emergencies and when necessary for law enforcement operations. While often allowed for operational efficiency, such parking is sometimes contested if used for convenience, such as getting food, with some departments requiring that they adhere to regulations unless on active duty. He's on active duty, and he's not getting food. He's doing his fucking job, asshole.
Okay. I'm going to file a complaint with your department. Do it now.
Oh, good. File a complaint. They're going to laugh at your ass.
I'm tired.
See, he's just a nobody that wants to be somebody, wants to be able to boss people around, but he has absolutely no fucking power in his own life. That's why he has to cling to conspiracy theories, because that gives him his power. That makes him think like he's smart and he's doing something. He's just a fucking idiot. He's another sovereign citizen piece of shit, just like Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind there, who thinks that they're smarter than everyone and they're in control. But you're not.
Of the Department of Justice acting illegally and unlawfully. This is the whole point. Move your truck. Come on.
There you go.
So that's the type of stuff we get from the Department of Justice.
I don't think that's the Department of Justice. That's Minneapolis. The Department of Justice is not in Minneapolis. Department of Justice is headquartered in Washington, D.C. And he's just a cop, man. He doesn't represent the Department of Justice. You really are a dumb fuck, man.
You took an oath.
I'm here to protect people, so you can go.
No, you're not in an emergency. You're parked illegally. Go move.
He took an oath to obey the laws and enforce the laws. No cop takes an oath to the Constitution. They take an oath to the police department. They take an oath to defend laws or to enforce laws.
Move your truck. Go move your truck. You're parked illegally. You can't park on the sidewalk.
Yeah, he can. Yes, he can.
I want your supervisor.
Go to the precinct and ask.
No, I demand
Yeah, go to the precinct, man.
a supervisor right now.
Come on. Keep going, sir. I'm leaving here in about 2.
But then he'd have to like stop live streaming. He'd have to stop recording, and if he's not recording, then he can't chase his clout.
Nope, doesn't matter. Can I use that excuse if I'm parked illegally?
No, because you're a civilian and you do not have the leeway that's granted to cops. See, no, you can't. See, you don't have the same, I guess, you aren't under the same scrutiny as police officers. You have to obey all traffic laws. Cops don't.
I'll move in 2 minutes. No, I can't.
Now, if he was running inside to get some food, yeah, then you could tell him to move and you'd be justified in doing so, but you're not. You're just a piece of shit trying to boss around a cop because the cops caught you doing something one time, right? Right, you got a ticket, so you hate all cops now, and you think all cops are tyrants, and all cops are brutal, and all cops beat people, and all cops break the law. That's the piece of shit you are.
Move your truck.
And the cop's just moving his truck just to shut this dumb motherfucker up. That's the only reason he's moving his truck. And he shouldn't. He should just tell the guy to go fuck himself and get on with his fucking job. I'm really starting to hate cops that fucking that humor these people. That fucking concede and do what these people tell them to. You're a fucking cop, motherfucker. Do your job. Act like it. Don't let some fucking mook order you around. It's like these cops that pull over sovereign citizens. And they let them fucking argue with them for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour sometimes. Any cop who does that, allows a sovereign citizen to argue on the side of the road with them, should be fined for the amount of taxpayer dollars they wasted doing that.
Because it stands true to your name.
Now, what the cop should have done is get in his car, turn the key on, put it in drive, and pull forward 2 inches. And then get out, go back to doing his fucking job. See, he should have stopped right there. What a dip fucking shit. Both people in that video are idiots. This is wave function 2D model and 3D model peaks and troughs. Hertz yin yang theory of light explained. Okay, this ought to be good.
I'm just gonna make a short video just because it's easier for me to explain through pictures. So you have the infinity symbol. So this right here
looks nothing like an infinity symbol. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't think this through.
So that right there is one cycle.
Yeah, that's one cycle. If that was a wave, yes, that would be one cycle. Actually, it would be further up here. So, actually, this is one cycle. And this would be another cycle. So you don't know what a cycle of a wave is, but you're going to tell us about the theory of light.
This right here is 2 cycles.
No, that's an infinity symbol. That's not a wave. The infinity symbol doesn't represent anything but infinity. The reason they do a circle is because a circle can be used for something else. If you see a sideways 8, that means infinity. It's a specific symbol that means the infinite. Something that goes on forever and doesn't stop, doesn't have a beginning or an end. This doesn't have a beginning or an end except from where you start it and stop it on the paper. Fuck, what a dumb shit. I mean, how can you look at this and then look at that and say, man, that's exactly the same.
Right here is a sine wave.
Yeah, close enough.
If you add a second one in there,
you get a sine wave. You get 2 sine waves that are offset by 90 degrees.
that right there is cosine.
Is that right? I don't know enough about trigonometry. Explanation of cosine. Cosine is the fundamental trigonometric functions defined in a right triangle as the ratio of the height of the adjacent side to the hypotenuse. So no, that wouldn't be a cosine. That would be another sine wave that's offset by 90 degrees.
This right here is the peak.
Silver star.
It's called the trough.
Yeah. No, it's TROUGH. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man. You don't even know how to spell trough, and you're going to teach us about this shit?
Now when we have red, you know, like the colors of the rainbow, red, orange.
Take it out, Roy G. Biv.
Yellow, and so
green,
on.
And so on.
Vibrates like that. Whereas the higher you go up, if you get up to purple, the peaks and troughs are quicker.
It's more like a saw wave
What else
than a sine wave, but okay.
did I want to say in there? So from here to here is 1 cycle.
There you go. That's correct.
2 cycles.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5.
Now do redfish, bluefish.
Okay. Now when we have hertz per second,
Hertz per second.
Let's say we have 5 hertz per second. That means in speaking of electricity, that means it's going to peak and trough 5 times per second. Electricity,
Wait, what?
in speaking of electricity, that means it's going to peak and trough 5 times per second. Electricity in America is 60 hertz. So that means the wave peaks and troughs 60 times in 1 second. And so you see this rhythm and this mathematical through everything. When you drop a pebble into the water and it ripples out like that.
He's so confused.
This right here would be yin, and this right here would be yang. I didn't mean to put a G there. Yin yang. Every time our heart beats, it sends an electrical signal from our brain.
Yes, because if things kind of look like another thing, it means they're the exact same thing.
With electricity, we have 60 hertz per second. If you slowed down the hertz, you'd be able to see the light bulb blink. The reason we have 60 hertz is because that's right where the light stays constant. Well, it looks.
No, that's not why we have 60 hertz per second. 60 hertz per second is the frequency at which alternating current goes from positive to negative. That's why we have 60 hertz per second. In Germany, in Europe, it's 50 hertz per second. Is light different in Germany? Fuck no, it isn't. You're a fucking idiot. You don't know anything, dude. Stop trying to be important.
It's constant. It's
Jesus
blinking
Christ.
Fast enough. It's blinking fast enough where it looks like it's solid light, but it's still traveling in waves. You're just having 60 waves per second.
What about a battery that's not alternating current? What about that? What about a flashlight that is constant current? See, that's what DC is, direct current, not alternating current, like AC from our house outlets.
If you slowed it down to 20 hertz, then you would be able to see the light bulb blink. Blink, blink, blink. But right here, it goes blink, 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 blink. And here's a theory of mine. When we talk about light, a photon traveling,
And here's a theory of mine. Women are yucky.
They say it travels in a wave.
My conspiracy theory is that women are born with magnets in their heads. Women's heads are magnetic. But the magnet is only activated in the presence of a camera. So if you ever want to find out that this is true, you find a table of women you find women sitting at a table like in a bar or a party, and you point a camera at them. What's going to happen? Their heads are going to go together automatically. It's fucking uncanny.
But
prove me wrong.
The thing is when a object's in motion, it stays in motion. So if it were to be because this is a 2D model, this is second dimension. An object in motion would stay in motion, so it would never come back down. Now in third dimension,
here, I'll bring up a few examples.
Light travels in a spiral. Let me see if I can draw a spiral. So if we're looking at the photon as it going this way, it would travel like this. That representation looks like this in a 2D perspective. So what I theorize, how the wavelength comes back down is the gravitational pull of a photon, because it has weight to it. Okay? So, but it's traveling so fast. And what happens is the photon is right here. As it goes, it's traveling so fast.
So, yeah, here you go. See if we can, yeah. There's an example. Here's another example. There's another example. Here's a whole bunch. See how their heads are all stuck together? Same thing, same way here. Here's another good one. And there's one. But you may say, Sean, what about pictures of women whose heads aren't stuck together? Well, their heads are just different polarity. They have the same polarity.
That it curves. Okay, photons travel like this, but the gravitational pull.
Say what? Photons travel what?
Okay, photons travel like this.
No, photons go straight, man. Photons travel straight, travel in a straight line. They don't bend, except in a gravitational field.
But the gravitational pull, by the time it's over here, it feels the effects of the gravity over here. So it pulls it back in.
What?
So you have your photon here, and as it curves around, and now it's here, this gravity's pulling it in. So then it's able to continue in the loop. So as here, as it's here, when the photon's actually there, the piece of light, it's feeling the effects from the gravity over here. And so that's what pulls it in, and it keeps pulling it in into a spiral. So light travels in a spiral, which is...
See, light actually rotates like this because it's polar. It has polarity. But no, it doesn't go around like this.
3D.
Oh my God.
This is a 2D representation of electricity. Now when we have a copper wire, so electrons and photons are the same thing. One's a wave and one's a particle. It's traveling like this.
No, I don't think that's right. Are photons and electrons the same thing? I don't think that's correct. No, photons and electrons are not the same. They are distinct fundamental particles with different properties. Electrons are massive particles with a negative charge that make up matter, while photons are massless, neutral particles that carry electromagnetic force, energy, light. While both display wave-particle duality, they have different roles and different characteristics.
Around. It spirals around rather than this.
All right, enough of this fucking video. Oh my God, this guy is dumb as shit. He really thinks he's got it all worked out, doesn't he?
85153, parking and no parking bus stop.
Right, and he's allowed to do that.
So I just wanted to come on here and share how easy it is to report a police officer when you see them breaking the law.
And he wasn't breaking the law.
Basically, you can go online and find these forms, but I like to go into the facility. Typically, like Minneapolis, for example, Minneapolis, Minnesota, there you go down to the town hall and you go into the civil department and they'll give you a form to fill out. So basically, this is the form.
So are you honestly telling people how to fill a form out?
Police conduct complaint form, and you just fill it out. It's just one page. It's really easy, and you know, if we want to start bringing power back to the people, it's important to let people know what these
See, he's admitting that he's powerless. He has no power in his life. He's admitting this.
officers are doing and how they're acting illegally. You just fill in your name and your address. I like to use the video camera to have evidence, but you put the officer's badge number. You can just walk right up to the officer and ask them for their name and badge number, and they'll give it to you. You put those there, but you got to at least be able to identify them somehow. So if there's no one in the squad car and you see someone parked illegally, you just record it and show that they parked illegally. Put their
And then you fill the form out and you take it to the police station and they laugh at your ass.
squad number there. Just record the incident location, time and date, the witnesses, which would be yourself, and then you just give a brief description on their illegal activity. Sign and date down here, and then you turn it back into the same spot that you picked up the form. And then the civil rights.
All right, guys, we got a new update here. We've got.
Oops.
$1954. It's literally that easy. I'm all for law and order, and these cops are not.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You think you're above the law. You think you know more about the law than everyone. You're not for law and order. You're for anarchy.
Above the law, and they need to follow the law just like we do. And they think that they can do whatever they want. They think that they're above the law, but they're not. And we have to prove, the whole Department of Justice is corrupt, and it's corrupt from the top down. And we have to start exposing these people and their corruption. And it's really this easy. I mean, I could just walk downtown Minneapolis with my phone out and pick up officers breaking the law all day long. And
You don't know the law. You don't know the law. You don't know the Constitution. You're just another dumb fuck conspiracy theorist sovereign citizen who thinks you do.
I do that, and then I come back here and I
He said doo-doo.
file complaints, and eventually it'll work its way up the ladder.
What a stupid motherfucker. So, it's the people's job to keep the government in check.
Right here in front of Target, we have a police parking only, so there's a designated parking spot.
Right. He chose not to use that parking spot. See, that parking spot is for when they have to go shopping for the police department, right? They have to go into Walmart for their official duties, or not for their official duties, but just like pick stuff up for the, toilet paper for the bathrooms or something like that, right? Snacks for a party. That's police parking only. See, they put for police parking only. That doesn't mean that the police can only park there. That means that's only for the police to park there when they choose to park. As to prevent other people from parking in that space. You stupid motherfucker.
And we got this officer right here, car number 2168.
What a fucking Karen this guy is.
Hi. Is this a legal parking
Hi, I'm a dipshit.
spot?
It is for a cop.
I always park here whenever I work here.
Well, what's the law?
The law says he can park there, dipshit.
Are you above the law? All right. I want your name and badge number.
Yeah, it's Cha
Cha?
702.
702. Yeah, they even give you a parking spot right there, man.
Right, and that's not where he chooses to park. He chooses to park there.
We're bringing power back to the people, brother. I hope you
Oh, we're bringing power back to the people, brother, you tyrant. You're a tyrant.
understand. Have a good night.
What a fucking clown.
Back out in front of Target, and the police officer has parked where he was supposed to.
Right, that's his choice.
Thank God.
What do you mean, thank God? What the fuck are you talking about, thank God? Jesus fucking Christ, look at the neck beard here.
The first video was a police officer parking illegally on the sidewalk in a no parking zone, and there was a designated parking spot for him.
Yeah? Yeah, they have designated handicap spots, but sometimes people who are handicapped don't park in the handicap spot. You want to go up and harass them?
Second video was from tonight when I went to Target. The police officer was parking in the designated parking spot.
Was it the same officer? Was it the same officer?
There's no one to govern the government. It is the people's job to keep.
No, there are people that govern the government. Yes. Yes, there are checks and balances for the government and for the police department. You fucking moron.
The government in check. The system works just fine if we all follow the laws and the people keep the government in check.
He's such a hero, isn't he? He's such a hero. Protecting us from the tyrannical fucking police parking where they're allowed to park. And this is the whole universe is alive. That's the title of this video. You can't see it, can you?
I just wanted to come on here and talk about what life is. Everything's alive in this universe. Everything that we
No, not everything is alive in this universe, you fucking retard.
see, taste, touch, hear, and smell.
No, smells aren't alive, dumb fuck. Rocks aren't alive. Salt's not alive. Water's not alive.
So how that is?
Definition of alive. Alive, definition. Adjective, having life, not dead or inanimate. Still active in competition with a chance of victory. Still in existence, force or operation. Knowing or realizing the existence of something. Marked by alertness, energy, or briskness. Fuck me, what a dumbass.
By definition, to be means to exist. Something
Yes, to be means to exist, yes. Rocks exist, but they're not alive, you fuckhead.
that is existing is a being.
No. What is the definition of a being? A being, the railroad brought... Oh, wait. Existence. The railroad brought many towns into being. The natural existence of a person. Sometimes one aspect of our being has been developed at the expense of another. What qualifies as a being? A being is generally defined as any living creature, person, or distinct entity that exists, whether tangible, human or animal, or intangible, spirits, fictional characters. It represents a state of existence and consciousness, covering anything that has life or is considered a distinct individual entity. You are a dumb motherfucker.
So, this napkin, for example, it's existing. So therefore it's a being.
No, it is being. It's being real, but it's not a being, you stupid fuck. See, he's just another dumb fuck who wants to be smart because he saw smart people doing it and he thought that was pretty cool. Hey, I'm going to be smart today. I'm going to make a video that proves that I'm smart.
A being known as a human being. You're a being.
Yes, because we have consciousness and we have existence. We have self-knowledge, right? We exist in a physical form. And we are a living creature, a person, or a distinct entity that exists.
And everything has infinite intelligence.
See, this is what happens when ignorant high school dropouts try and get philosophical.
Because it's existing. Now, everything is God. It's all one.
No, not everything is God. Dude, holy fuck, man.
And that's why even this napkin has infinite intelligence, because...
No, a napkin doesn't have intelligence, and a napkin isn't God. Holy shit, this guy's dumb.
This is God.
Did he come up with this at the same bar where he met the reptilians?
This whole universe is the body of God.
No, it's not. The universe is the universe. God is fiction.
It's all one. Now, even the Bible says that we're all gods.
No, the Bible doesn't say we're all gods. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that we are all gods.
But we're not separate. The ego wants to separate us, but it's all one. It's all one God, and it's all existing. It's all being, so therefore, it's all alive.
Wow, you are fucking dumb, dude. And this is just a video, just has no words. It's just a paragraph. So he thinks you don't have to pay taxes because it's voluntary. Yeah, it's voluntary. So is going to the bathroom to take a shit. But if you don't go to the bathroom when you take a shit, then you shit your pants and you embarrass yourself. See, you can refuse to comply with the tax system, but they'll put you in jail, take shit from you. Yeah, there's a plot yeah, before I leave this high and noble office, I intend to expose this plot. Yeah, that's and he was killed. So you think he chose to be assassinated, you stupid fuck? Jesus Christ, he is a dumb fuck. There we go. Tyranny.
They turned this building into a giant game of Tetris.
This officer
Tyranny. Do as I say, but not as I do.
Here is parked on the sidewalk. Car number 1489.
Has Walmart given him the, or Target or wherever the fuck he is, have they given him permission to park on their sidewalk to protect their store more efficiently? Have they done that? Do you know if they've done that or not? Yeah, you saw the Santa. In case people don't look at my community page. Well, first off, hold on. AI is fucking cool. I got to say that AI is fucking cool. Because you can take an image, where is it? Yeah. You can take an image like this. If Jesus isn't God, who forgave sins? And you can do this with it. If Santa isn't Jesus, who brings us toys? Yeah, all I told AI, I gave it the photo, copied and pasted this photo, and said take the text out of the background. And I put the text in myself. I said take the text out of take the text away and replace it with the background, and replace Jesus's head with Santa. Did a pretty fucking good job. Anyway.
Hey, it's legal to park on the sidewalk?
It is for the cops.
It's not legal to park.
Okay, so how come you can break the law and citizens can't? What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Dempsey.
What's your badge number?
My badge number is 147.
147, Sergeant Denson.
I just pulled up as well.
That's all right. That's all I need to know. I'm going to file a complaint.
That's fine. I'll pull.
this officer.
He really thinks he's like the savior of mankind, doesn't he? All right, we're going to watch a little bit of this. There isn't anybody here. I think we'll go ahead and end it here. We've got a few people, but everybody's left. There's 4 people watching. Everybody's over to everybody else's channel watching the fucking preview for the launch. But I think we can we'll save this for later. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Which is better, AI or cats? I don't know what that question means. Cats, I like cats a lot. Hey, U.S. Editor. Is it night? It's not 19 minutes, is it? Thought it was at 6. When is the Artemis 2 launch? 6:24 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, yeah, so it'd be okay. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and let's go in 10 minutes. So yeah, I'll watch it. Probably go over to MC Tunes channel or whoever's streaming it. I don't know. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.